like any normal person, I love reality TV. You know, I love my Real Housewives. Check out my videos about them. Catfish is my favorite. I watched 90 Day Fiance. I just started watching Jocelyn's Cabaret. So clearly I just love unhinged behavior, which is why it's shocking I never got into Bad Girls Club. That being said, I saw this TikTok pop up on my feed of a young woman, Winter Blanco, talking about the severe pain she's been suffering from because of her veneers. Now, I just did a video about composite veneers, which I'll link up in the corner. Winters are the more standard veneers. I believe like the porcelain veneers where they shave your teeth down and add like almost like a cap. Not a crown though, that's a different thing. Anyway, I felt terrible listening to her story, and I thought it was really great that she was also sharing that because her teeth look really, you know, they look good. Like it's that very intense veneers look. So yeah, I just felt terrible for this woman, and I thought it was important that she was sharing her story. The comments seemed sympathetic. And then I went to Twitter. You know how Twitter is. It's just a historically negative place in a lot of cases. People are not afraid to share their opinion on there at all. Is that true everywhere on the internet? Yes, but Twitter's a different kind of hellscape. You know, you just have to experience it for yourself. Or don't, you know, save yourself. Hey, while you're here, why don't you just hit the subscribe button down below? Follow me on my socials. I made a Patreon, which I'm going to be posting to every week now, like a real creator. And yeah, hit the like button if you're enjoying this video and my content. Join us. We have fun over here. We talk in the comments. I started seeing some of my mutuals, like people whose opinions I trust. Those were the first tweets that I saw about this Winter Blanco situation. They're like, how is this lady gonna come on TikTok and expect sympathy when she has been so terrible to people and it's documented? And I thought, how interesting. So yeah, I was like, did she do something on social media? Well, as you've probably figured out, Winter Blanco was on Bad Girls Club season 16. So I thought we'd look a little bit into her together. So it looks like she became super famous on social media. This is from Famous Birthdays. In December 2013, she joined the social media world by creating her Instagram and posting her first photos. Oh, Famous Birthdays. They definitely had a word count for that. Posting her first photos. Her real name is Kayla Wilkie. She has gained notoriety for a relationship with Sean Combs' son, Justin Combs. That's topical for another reason. I started watching Paige Christie's video on Diddy. Oh, that's literally all there is on Famous Birthdays. So it looks like she's a podcaster now. So here's the other thing about Winter Blanco. It seems that people can't figure out if she's white or black. This article says, this woman is white. Both parents are white, but because she has biracial siblings, she claims to be black. However, I saw a clip, I believe it's from her podcast, where she specifically said, my father is a black man. It's not about questioning someone's race for the sake of disrespecting their heritage at all. It's in an effort to protect these communities because obviously claiming to be something you're not is not great. Shocker. There is a picture in the comments that it looks like Winter had posted with her parents, like when she was first born. And her father is definitely black. My therapist just messaged me. Does your therapist message you? Just had to reschedule. So anyway, yes, does he look like he could be mixed? Yes. But as a white woman, I'm not gonna throw myself into that conversation. It's more about what is the integrity of this person? Is she being honest about who she is? Or is she clinging to an identity because it benefits her as a white passing woman in black spaces? According to people on Twitter, whatever the most evil thing is accurate. I don't know, because I didn't see her on the show. Okay, so let's watch some TikToks about this situation, shall we?
2 for 1 lesson today. So Winter Blanco from the Bad Girls Club was on here bawling, crying because
nutritional
she got
use some
veneers
popcorn
done and it messed up her mouth. It messed up her bite. It messed up her senses. She's so toe up. She said she can't even walk on carpet. She been complaining about this for a while and saying that the veneers basically ruined her life. Like, your bite is your everything. And she's also in pain. So if you've ever had mouth pain, you know it makes you miserable. So word on the street, the establishment she went to get her teeth done ain't got no credentials, no dentist with credentials listed. I don't know if whoever did her mouth didn't have the credentials, but on the website, the DDS doesn't have, they're not listed, and they don't have their credentials listed. Most of the time, when you go get a procedure done of any sort, when you go on the facility's website, they have a picture of the surgeon and their credentials. Y'all, word on the street. It ain't on there. I ain't checked myself, but that's word on the street. So, apparently, Winter's not such a nice person.
That's what I heard.
She talked about everybody. So, she on the internet crying about her mouth, and don't nobody care. Basically, people are saying that's what you get. And some people are even rejoicing in her pain. Like, that's what you get. You talk about everybody. So, we got 2 lessons here. Don't let nobody play in your mouth, and don't be a bully.
Like, it's not about being a perfect person. It's just about treating people with respect. I understand putting on airs when you're on a reality show. Having a number at the end, Smile Dental 32. Red flag number 1. I'm begging you, do your research. You're never going to regret doing more research. And with these kinds of situations involving your teeth, the thing you only get 1 set of in your life, at least if you get like implants or something, you can get that removed. If you get a tattoo, you can get laser. If you get filler, theoretically, you can get it dissolved. But other studies show otherwise. That's a different conversation. But don't play with your teeth. Like, that's what we can learn from all of this. Winter Blanco admits to bullying on live. Let's just watch this one TikTok.
It's so crazy to me how everybody always goes back to try to reference this whole BGC bullying thing. Did I say that the bullying was edited? No, I didn't. I apologize for that. I was young, I was stupid, I made a mistake. Secondly, yesterday, the whole incident with the DMing the girl's boyfriend, that is not bullying anybody. That is me sticking up for myself because I'm constantly attacked, constantly torn down. And if I wanted to be a victim, I could cry and say that you guys are bullying me, but I don't, because I'm not a victim. And there's no way in hell that I'm going to let you guys break me down and be a victim. I don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am. I don't have a nasty spirit. I'm extremely sweet, I'm extremely kind, I'm extremely giving, generous, and loving, and all of the great things. And I don't understand why you people come on this application tearing people down and expecting them not to respond and stick up for themselves. I am not above clapping back at somebody, and I don't know who told you guys that I was. Also, if I was so irrelevant, you guys wouldn't come on this internet every 3 to 5 business days with minutes and minutes of thinking pieces about me. I literally don't know who you people are. I don't think of you. If I walk past you today, I would not know who you are. You, on the other hand, would know exactly who I am, and I'm sure that all of this negative energy that you spew onto me, you would never have that same energy in person.
We all know that, like, the meanest person you know is like, I'm such a sweetheart. I love everyone. You know that's true. So it's just like, oh, that doesn't really mean anything necessarily. I want to watch this video that Winter stitched, though.
Winter Blanco is a very nasty octoroon, and that's assuming that she's even 1/8 of anything. She's very remnant of that, like, 2016 Instagram bad bitch aesthetic. And speaking of, behaving badly, she claims that how she acted on Bad Girls Club was an edit, but she's proven time and time again that that bullying spirit is really deep within her. And I think she acts out because that's the only way that she can remain relevant. Realistically, Winter just would have faded into Fashion Nova sponsorship obscurity, but I think she wants to drum up, something for her music, or perhaps get casted on Love and Hip Hop or Zeus Baddies. So she antagonizes people who rightly point out, like, hey, you use this particular word and we don't see any evidence of 2 black parents. I don't think that she has another viable way to promote herself. I can't say that I care more about her than that.
Yikes. Okay, I found a really good kind of rundown of who Winter showed herself to be on Bad Girls Club. Let's watch.
Winter Blanco, aka Miss White, first gained popularity to the mass public when she joined season 16 of Bad Girls Club. That season aired in 2016, where Winter and Jindal found themselves to be the most disliked characters of that season. And even goes forward to say that they were some of the most disliked characters of the show, period. During her time in the show, Winter, although beautiful, played an arrogant, following, selfish, arrogant bully with absolutely no sense of integrity, not even an ounce of it. The most interesting part is 8 years later, after the show, with all the resources, money, platform, and influence that she seemed to obtain, she remains the exact same person. There's no visible sign of growth or change. Just a sickly, arrogant woman now with an identity complex that probably festered during her time at Bad Girls Club. Now, regardless of her actual race, whether she's black, or white. I find it interesting that a woman who would go out of her way to name herself white would fight so hard to tell a community that she's actually black. What's more interesting is that her and her whiter skinned friend, white and whiter, made a podcast episode where they talked about colorism, basically trying to explain to the audience that not everything is colorism, and that they probably know colorism better than most. And I'm not saying they said that, but that's what I got from it. But really, you had 8 years to figure this shit out, and yet you're still part of square one, immersing yourself in the diversity of black culture, including their media, and yet going out of your way to piss them off. Winter Blanco is the living embodiment of that song, white tea, literally. She called herself white. There was no reason for you to do that. If you're black, nothing for you.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is a very brief summation of the drama going on with Winter Blanco and her teeth and Smile Dental 32. Moral of the story is don't be an asshole on national television and don't get veneers. Just don't do it. Unless your dentist tells you absolutely have to get veneers, don't. I understand the aesthetic aspect, but most of the time it is simply not worth it. You can get veneers when you're older. Obviously, I wouldn't judge somebody for their choice, but it's one of those things. Eye doctors always wear LASIK. Dentists always have their original teeth. Keep that in mind. If you like this video and you enjoy the vibe of the channel, then hit that subscribe button and stick around. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed, and check out my socials if you're looking for more. See you in my next video. Bye. If you enjoy the vibe of the channel, give us a subscribe. Give us a subscribe.